Imagine sharing the planet with T-Rex. Sounds exciting, but living alongside dinosaurs would be intense. Picture your morning commute with a triceratops crossing the highway or raptors lurking around every corner. Cities would look completely different. Skyscrapers reinforced, neighborhoods fenced off, and cars. Forget regular vehicles, we'd need dino-proof transports. Even a walk in the park would be an adventure, parents keeping a close eye, hoping no stegosaurus decides to crash the picnic. And home life? Not so cozy. Imagine fortifying your backyard and locking doors tight just in case a T-Rex feels like exploring the neighborhood. Life with dinosaurs would be chaotic, thrilling, and a little terrifying. We'd adapt, sure, but the world would never be the same. Curious for more wild what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and join Video Geek Sparrrow on an adventure through time and imagination. Imagine Earth with not one but two suns, double sunsets. But the changes would be dramatic. With two suns, the climate would skyrocket, temperatures would soar, and seasons as we know them, gone. Earth's surface would be scorching, day length would stretch too. Imagine endless days and short, dim nights. Sleeping under two suns? Good luck with that. Life would have to adapt. Plants, animals, even humans. Evolution would push us to survive extreme heat, maybe even develop different ways to cope with relentless sunlight. Cities would look different too. Think heat-resistant buildings, underground habitats, and clothing designed to protect from non-stop rays. Two suns might sound amazing, but the reality, it's a whole new world of survival. Curious for more mind-bending what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the universe with Video Geek Sparrrow.
Imagine a world where everyone could read minds, no more secret. How thrilling would that be? But could society handle it? Think about relationships, every hidden crush, every petty thought. Exposed. Your partner's deepest secrets, an open book. Exciting or terrifying? In the office, every thought about your boss, your co-workers, no filter. Imagine the drama, promotions, criticisms. Everyone knows what you really think. Now take it global. Privacy, gone. Governments, neighbors, strangers, no one is safe from the chaos of pure unfiltered honesty. Could our brains even handle this? Constant noise from everyone's inner world, blurring reality and thoughts. Total overload. So next time you wish you could read minds, remember, some things are better left unsaid and unthought. Curious for more mind-bending ideas? Hit subscribe and dive into the world of wild possibilities with us. Stay tuned.
Imagine a world where everyone had a twin. Two of you? Think of the possibilities. Family life would double in size and complexity. Sibling rivalry? Now it's twice as intense, with identical personalities competing. And jobs? It'd get tricky. Companies might prefer twins for their double efficiency. But the competition for jobs would skyrocket. Even relationships would change. Imagine your friends or even partners mixing you up with your twin. Identity crises? All too common. But there's a plus side. Twins would be like built-in teammates. Whether it's schoolwork or handling challenges, you'd always have a second you around. A twin for everyone could mean deeper bonds, but also more challenges. Would the world be better with two of you? It's not as simple as it sounds. For more mind-bending what-if scenarios, hit subscribe and dive into the wild possibilities with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine a world where everyone has superpowers. Flying, invisibility, sounds fun, right? But society would change fast. Forget regular traffic laws. Everyone zipping around with super speed, chaos. Governments would scramble to create new rules and cities would need extreme security measures. Personal privacy? Gone. With powers like mind reading and invisibility, secrets wouldn't last a second. Friendships, families, relationships, they'd get complicated fast. Imagine the trust issues. Couples questioning loyalty, friends reading minds without consent. Superpowers wouldn't just change what we can do, but how we treat each other. And safety? Hospitals would be packed. Powers like flying or super strength sound cool, but they come with major risks. Just imagine the accidents. So would a world with superpowers be amazing? Maybe if we learned to use them responsibly. Otherwise, we'd be in for a wild, messy ride. Curious for more wild what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the impossible with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine if no one ever needed sleep again. Think of all the extra time. But it's not as great as it sounds. Sure, 24/7 productivity sounds amazing. Businesses would boom, and we'd finally have time for everything. But the cost? It's high. Without sleep, our bodies and brains would suffer. Sleep isn't just downtime. It's when we repair, recharge, and reset. No sleep? Creativity plummets. That spark of inspiration? It needs rest. Without it, our ideas would get dull. Health would tank too. Heart disease, weakened immunity, mental burnout. Sleep protects us in ways we barely understand. So yeah, life without sleep sounds tempting, but a world that never rests? It's chaos. Sometimes doing is exactly what we need. For more wild what-if scenarios, hit subscribe and join us at Video Geek Sparrrow. Let's keep those minds buzzing, responsibly.
Imagine floating away. Sounds fun, right? The thrill of weightlessness. The freedom to move in any direction without any effort. Not so fast. Without gravity, your morning coffee would slip into the sky, turning your simple routine into a chaotic mess. And walking your dog? Forget it. They'd be chasing squirrels to the stratosphere. No gravity means no weight holding down buildings and bridges. Our cities would look like scenes from a sci-fi movie. They'd break free from the Earth like rockets. The very foundations of our world would be in jeopardy. Imagine Earth's oceans forming gigantic bubbles, drifting off into space. Our planet would lose its precious water resources. Even our atmosphere would vanish, leaving us without air to breathe. Life on Earth would become impossible, not so appealing anymore, is it? The consequences would be catastrophic. Stay grounded with us for more mind-bending facts. Hit subscribe to our channel and float into our world of wild wonders. There's so much more to explore.
Imagine a life with no pain. Sounds amazing, right? But is it really a good thing? Without pain, our bodies lose a critical warning system. You could get seriously hurt and not even know it. Bruises, burns, even broken bones. No alarms to make you stop. Kids would be at constant risk too. Pain teaches us to be cautious, but without it, instincts would go out the window. Parents would have a real challenge keeping everyone safe. And health? Imagine injuries, infections, or illnesses going unnoticed. A sprained ankle, an infection, small issues could turn serious because you wouldn't feel a thing. Everyday life would be more intense, athletes could overtrain, workers would push themselves to exhaustion, our bodies would wear down, all without us realizing it. No pain sounds nice, but it's a survival tool. Without it, we'd need a new way to monitor our health and safety, or risk facing consequences we can't feel. Curious for more mind-bending what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the unexpected with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine a world with no money, no dollars, no credit cards. How would we survive? Without cash, society would scramble to find new ways to trade. Bartering would make a comeback. Your skills, your goods, your time, that's your new currency. Need groceries? Maybe trade some homemade bread? Want a haircut? Offer up a service in return? Every transaction becomes a negotiation. But without money, many jobs as we know them would disappear. Who needs bankers or stockbrokers when there's no cash to manage? And relationships? They'd get complicated. When everything has to be earned through trade, trust and fairness would be put to the test. Sure, it could lead to a simpler life focused on needs over wants. But a world with no money, it's not as easy as it sounds. Curious for more thought-provoking what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and join Video Geek Sparrrow as we dive into the wild world of what-ifs. Imagine, the internet just vanished. Could we survive without it? Let's find out. First, say goodbye to instant communication. No more text, no social media, connecting with friends and family, back to landlines and snail mail. The financial world would crumble. Banks rely on the internet, stock markets would freeze, and ATMs? Forget it. Cash becomes king. Jobs? Millions would be affected overnight. From tech to remote work, whole industries rely on the internet. Productivity? Gone. Basic services like food and healthcare would take a hit too. From ordering supplies to coordinating emergency responses, everything slows to a crawl. Sure, society would eventually adapt, but life as we know it? Change forever. Are we too dependent on the web? For more what-if scenarios that make you think, hit subscribe and join us at Video Geek Sparrrow. The future's wild, let's explore it together. Imagine, no more fresh water, what would we do to survive? A world without fresh water would bring chaos. Cities would scramble with water rationing, black markets, and skyrocketing prices. Everyday life would be flipped upside down. But there's hope. Desalination technology, turning seawater into drinkable water, could be a lifesaver. Coastal regions would be rushing to build plants, creating blue gold out of ocean waves. Inland areas would adapt fast. Personal water purifiers, rainwater harvesting, even home desalination kits would become essential survival gear. Agriculture would go high-tech too. Hydroponics, drought-resistant crops, and recycled water systems would help us grow food with a fraction of the water we need today. Without fresh water, conservation would become a way of life. Every drop would count. Recycling water and limiting use would be part of our daily routines. Want to explore more what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and dive into the possible future with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine jumping into the past, or the future. But here's the catch. If time travel was possible, history would be chaotic. One small change could alter everything. A single step in the past might erase cities, reshape wars, or even rewrite who's in charge. Technology would get weird fast. Imagine ancient Rome with smartphones or the Middle Ages with modern medicine. The possibilities and risks are endless. And reality? It could split. Multiple versions of you could exist, each in a slightly different timeline. The concept of you wouldn't be so simple anymore. Major events could change too. From world leaders to iconic inventions, nothing would be guaranteed. History as we know it, totally unpredictable. So while time travel sounds epic, the risks are mind-bending. One change could throw reality into chaos. Are we really ready for that kind of power? For more mind-blowing what-if scenarios, hit subscribe and explore the impossible with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine if you could actually see every sound around you, every beep, bark, and whisper visible. In a bustling city, every honk and shout would create waves of color. Traffic? It'd look like a neon light show with sounds flashing all around you. At concerts, music would be a feast for the eyes. Bass would pulse like shock waves, guitars would shimmer, and voices would add layers of swirling visuals. Even at home, tiny sounds would appear. Your cat's meow, the tick of a clock, your phone buzzing, all creating subtle ripples in the air. But personal space? Gone. You'd see every sound from those around you, making quiet spaces a true luxury. Seeing sound would change everything. City life would be chaotic, concerts would be mesmerizing, and even silence would feel like a retreat. Want more what-if scenarios to blow your mind? Hit subscribe and explore the world with Video Geek Sparrrow.
What if the unthinkable happened? World War III. Who would come out on top? Major powers have their arsenals ready, but warfare has changed. It's not just about numbers, it's about technology, strategy, and alliances. In the age of cyber attacks and drones, a modern war could be fought on digital battlegrounds, crippling nations without a single shot fired. But the real question isn't just who would win, but at what cost? The toll on humanity and the global economy could be catastrophic. Alliances could shift the tide, with geopolitical blocs either solidifying under pressure or fracturing under the strain. In a global conflict, the truth is, there might be no winners, only survivors. For more deep dives into hypothetical scenarios and real-world facts, hit subscribe. Stay informed, stay engaged. Imagine looking up and seeing dazzling rings in the sky. Breathtaking, right? But there's more to it than beauty. Earth's rings would transform the sky. Depending on where you live, you'd see giant arches during the day, glowing bands at night, or nothing at all near the poles. But there's a downside. Our beloved stars might fade from view, their light blocked by the rings. Stargazing? Not so magical anymore. Space exploration would get tricky. The rings, made of ice and rock, would create a debris field. Rockets and satellites would have to dodge the chaos. The rings might even affect Earth's climate, casting shadows and cooling some areas, while altering weather patterns in others. Imagine entire ecosystems shifting. So, while Earth with rings would look incredible, the effects would be both stunning and challenging. Would you love to live under a ringed Earth? Curious about more fascinating what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the universe with Video Geek Sparrrow.
Imagine a world with no cars, no traffic, no honking, but could society handle it? With cars gone, cities would look completely different. Streets would transform into bike lanes, walkways, and green spaces. Public transport would rule. And the environment? It would be a game changer. Cleaner air, fewer emissions, and quieter cities. Wildlife would even return to urban areas. But life would change. Shopping, commuting, moving long distances, all of it would take planning and patience. Convenience as we know it? Gone. City designs would shift completely, focusing on people, not cars. More parks, more cafes, more places to gather. Life would slow down, but maybe in a good way. No cars might sound crazy, but it could lead to a cleaner, quieter, and more connected world. Could we adapt? Absolutely. But it would take some serious changes. For more mind-bending what-if scenarios, hit subscribe and join Video Geek Sparrrow. Let's imagine a world beyond the ordinary. Imagine, no more annoying mosquito bites, ever! Sounds amazing, right? But what happens next? If mosquitoes vanished overnight, it wouldn't just mean a bite-free summer. We're talking a massive shakeup for our planet. Mosquitoes are crucial food for hundreds of species, like birds, bats, and even fish. Suddenly, these creatures lose a major food source and their populations could plummet, and it doesn't stop there. With fewer of these animals, it could disrupt entire food chains, impacting ecosystems around the globe. But wait, mosquitoes also play a surprising role in pollination. Some plants actually depend on mosquitoes to spread their pollen. No mosquitoes could mean fewer plants, which means fewer habitats and even less oxygen. So, as tempting as it is to wish them away, mosquitoes have a complex role in keeping nature balanced. Fascinated by the unexpected connections in our ecosystem? Hit subscribe for more mind-blowing facts about the world around us. Imagine a world with no oceans, no beaches, no sea life, just endless barren land. Without oceans, weather would go haywire. Oceans regulate temperature and bring rain. Without them, expect scorching heat and massive droughts worldwide. Marine life? Gone. Oceans host 80% of all life on Earth. Losing them would wipe out countless species, disrupting entire ecosystems. And food? Billions rely on the sea for fish and protein. With no oceans, our food sources would shrink, pushing humanity to the brink of a hunger crisis. Coastal cities would become deserts, and salt flats would replace our once beautiful beaches. The world would be nearly unrecognizable. Life would become a fight for survival. Agriculture, wildlife, and even clean air, all of it would be in danger. Curious for more mind-bending, what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and dive into the wild world of possibilities with Video Geek Sparrrow. Trees that eat meat? Welcome to a terrifying new world. Imagine if plants evolved to become carnivores. From flowers to towering trees, every single one out there, hunting. But how would it actually work? Well, carnivorous plants like Venus flytraps and pitcher plants already trap bugs for nutrients. But if every plant adapted to eat meat, they'd need way more. And it's not just insects on the menu anymore. Animals, maybe even humans, could be at risk if plants needed us for survival. A simple hike in the woods could turn deadly. This evolution would flip ecosystems upside down. Animals that once nibbled on plants might find themselves on the predator-prey relationships, totally transformed. And for us humans, crops we depend on might need more than just sunlight and water. Imagine feeding to your tomatoes. Would you survive in a world like this? Tell us what you think, and if you love mind-bending what-ifs, hit that subscribe button on Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine conversations with your pet. But there's a catch. If animals could talk, we'd have a lot to hear. From the cat's constant critiques to birds sharing the latest neighborhood gossip. But this goes beyond pets. Animal rights? It would flip society on its head. Imagine animals testifying in court cases or demanding better living conditions. And the food industry? It would face massive change. Could you eat something that can argue back? Farms and diets would never be the same. Relationships would transform. Pets would become our friends, therapists, even teachers. But some wild animals might want nothing to do with us. A world where animals talk would bring both joy and chaos. Could we handle it? Or would we hear things we wish we hadn't? For more wild what-if scenarios, hit subscribe and dive into the unknown with Video Geek Sparrrow. Cats, dogs, and even squirrels at the polls? Sounds crazy, but let's think it through. If animals could vote, imagine the policies. Cats would demand mandatory nap zones, dogs would rally for endless parks, and squirrels? They'd want more trees, obviously. Election night would be wild. With millions of animal votes pouring in, politicians might actually have to think about the impact on nature, wildlife, and ecosystems. Laws would change too. Imagine cities designed with wildlife in mind, more protected forests, cleaner rivers, and strict limits on pollution. Earth would get a makeover, but who would get their vote? Candidates that promise more green spaces, less hunting, and healthier habitats. Humans might actually feel the pressure to keep the planet animal-friendly. A world where animals could vote might seem out there, but hey, it'd bring us closer to a balanced world where every creature has a voice. Want more wild what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the universe with Video Geek Sparrrow.
Flowing through the heart of Africa, the Nile River is more than just water. It's a lifeline, a legend, and a cradle of ancient civilization. Join us as we journey along the Nile to uncover its incredible secrets. Did you know that the Nile is the longest river in the world? Stretching over 4,100 miles, it winds its way from the mountains of East Africa all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. This river connects 11 countries, making it a massive, flowing thread tying a continent together. But here's something even more mind-blowing. The Nile slices through one of the driest places on Earth. For centuries, it has transformed deserts into fertile land, supporting over 95 million people in Egypt alone. Without the Nile, ancient Egypt as we know it might never have existed. The Nile was more than a source of water. It was sacred. The ancient Egyptians believed it was a gift from the gods. Every year the river flooded its banks, leaving behind rich black soil, a perfect setting for farming. And guess what? This annual flooding even had a god of its own, Hapi, the god of the Nile's abundance. The Nile was also a superhighway for trade, connecting ancient Egyptian cities and allowing them to become one of the richest civilizations. Boats carried grain, gold, and even exotic animals along its waters, trading with distant lands and bringing back treasures. And the Nile isn't just home to humans. Its waters teem with life. From the fierce Nile crocodile, one of the largest reptiles on Earth, to playful hippos and over 200 species of fish. This river is an ecosystem buzzing with life and mystery. Today, the Nile continues to shape millions of lives. But with changing climates and growing demands, its future faces many challenges. One thing is certain, though. This ancient river will always be the lifeblood of a region and a symbol of resilience. From ancient wonders to natural beauty, the Nile River is a world unto itself, full of history, life, and mystery. We hope you enjoyed this journey. Subscribe for more fascinating stories with Video Geek Sparrrow.
Ready to explore the most stunning beaches on the planet? Here are the top 4 beaches in the world. At number 4, Grace Bay Beach in Turks and Caicos. Known for its powdery white sand and electric blue waters, it's paradise in the Caribbean. Coming in at 3, Anse Source d'Argent in Seychelles. This beach is straight out of a postcard with pink sand, granite boulders, and surreal shallow waters. Number 2, Whitehaven Beach in Australia. Famous for its swirling sands and crystal clear water, it's one of the most photographed beaches in the world. And at number 1, Navajo Beach in Greece, also known as Shipwreck Beach. This hidden cove with sheer cliffs and turquoise waters is absolutely breathtaking. From hidden coves to iconic sands, these beaches are a dream come true. Which one's on your bucket list? For more travel inspiration, hit subscribe and explore the world with Video Geek Sparrrow. Let's dive into adventure together. Ready to see the most powerful armies in the world? Let's dive in! Number 5, India. With over 1 million active troops and advanced missile systems, India's army is a powerhouse in Asia, boasting one of the largest volunteer forces globally. Number 4, Russia. Known for its heavy tanks, elite special forces, and a massive nuclear arsenal, Russia's military is both feared and respected worldwide. Number 3, China. With the largest military in the world by personnel, China's army is a tech-driven force, constantly innovating with AI and cyber capabilities. Number 2, the United States. Equipped with cutting-edge tech, massive naval fleets, and unmatched global reach, the U.S. military sets the standard for advanced warfare. And at number 1, North Korea. Just kidding, it's South Korea. Their army might be smaller, but with top-tier training, South Korea is a formidable force ready to defend. There you have it, the top 5 armies redefining power on a global scale. Want more incredible facts? Hit that follow button for more with Video Geek Sparrrow.
I bet you didn't know these bizarre food facts. Did you know ketchup was once used as medicine? In the 1800s, ketchup was marketed as a cure-all for digestive issues. A spoonful of ketchup a day. In parts of Asia, banana peels are cooked and eaten. They're packed with fiber and vitamins, and yes, they're surprisingly tasty. Apples float because they're 25% air. Did you know peanuts aren't actually nuts? They're legumes like beans, growing underground. And here's a shocker. Pineapples grow on the ground, not on trees. They sprout from a low-lying plant, and they're ready to harvest only once a year. Crazy, right? Food isn't just for eating. It's packed with surprising facts. For more wild trivia, hit subscribe and join us at Video Geek Sparrrow.
Got a baby that loves to crawl and a floor that needs cleaning? Well, you're in luck. Why not combine the two? Introducing a bizarre yet oddly practical solution. Welcome to the world of crazy inventions. Today, we're diving into the top 5 weirdest inventions ever made. Number 1, the baby mop. Yes, you heard that right. It's a onesie with mop-like fibers attached to the front and arms. Imagine your little crawler cleaning the floor while they explore. Practical, maybe. Ethical, questionable. This invention has sparked debates among parents and ethicists alike. Some argue it's a fun way to keep the floor clean, while others see it as exploiting the baby's natural behavior. What do you think? Next up, the ostrich pillow. Imagine wearing a padded helmet-like pillow on your head. It's perfect for napping anywhere if you don't mind looking like an alien. This invention is designed for those who need a quick nap on the go. Whether you're in a busy office, a crowded airport, or even a noisy cafe, the ostrich pillow promises to provide a cozy, private space for a power nap. Comfy or not, it's definitely a head-turner. People will either be envious of your comfort or puzzled by your appearance. Now, let's talk about the shoe umbrella. Tiny umbrellas for your shoes to keep them dry in the rain. Genius, right? Except it leaves the rest of you completely drenched. Good luck staying dry. This invention might be more of a novelty than a practical solution, but it certainly adds a quirky touch to your rainy day outfit. Number 4, toilet golf. Why settle for reading on the toilet when you could be playing mini golf? This set turns your bathroom time into a competitive sporting event, multitasking level expert. Imagine the fun of sinking a putt while taking care of business. It's a great way to pass the time and improve your golf skills simultaneously. And finally, the finger nose stylus. It's a stylus shaped like a giant fake finger that you wear on your nose. Perfect for hands-free phone use by poking the screen with your nose finger. Super practical, right? This invention might seem absurd, but it highlights the lengths people will go to for convenience and multitasking. Honorable mention, the pet rock. A literal rock sold as a low-maintenance pet in the 1970s. No feeding, no walking, just sitting. This simple yet bizarre idea became a massive fad, selling millions of units and becoming a cultural phenomenon. And believe it or not, it sold millions. The pet rock is a testament to the power of marketing and the human desire for novelty. So there you have it, 5 inventions that make you wonder what people were thinking. Each of these inventions, while strange, offers a glimpse into human creativity and the endless quest for innovation. Got a favorite? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these wacky inventions. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more weird and wacky content. Stay tuned for more episodes where we explore the strangest and most fascinating inventions from around the world. Who knows what we'll discover next? The world of inventions is full of surprises, and we can't wait to share them with you. So hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey through the weird and wonderful world of human ingenuity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Imagine sharing the planet with T-Rex. Sounds exciting, but living alongside dinosaurs would be intense. Picture your morning commute with a triceratops crossing the highway or raptors lurking around every corner. Cities would look completely different. Skyscrapers reinforced, neighborhoods fenced off, and cars. Forget regular vehicles, we'd need dino-proof transports. Even a walk in the park would be an adventure, parents keeping a close eye, hoping no stegosaurus decides to crash the picnic. And home life? Not so cozy. Imagine fortifying your backyard and locking doors tight just in case a T-Rex feels like exploring the neighborhood. Life with dinosaurs would be chaotic, thrilling, and a little terrifying. We'd adapt, sure, but the world would never be the same. Curious for more wild what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and join Video Geek Sparrrow on an adventure through time and imagination. Imagine Earth with not one but 2 suns, double sunsets. But the changes would be dramatic. With 2 suns, the climate would skyrocket, temperatures would soar, and seasons as we know them, gone. Earth's surface would be scorching, day length would stretch too. Imagine endless days and short, dim nights. Sleeping under 2 suns? Good luck with that. Life would have to adapt. Plants, animals, even humans. Evolution would push us to survive extreme heat, maybe even develop different ways to cope with relentless sunlight. Cities would look different too. Think heat-resistant buildings, underground habitats, and clothing designed to protect from non-stop rays. 2 suns might sound amazing, but the reality, it's a whole new world of survival. Curious for more mind-bending what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the universe with Video Geek Sparrrow.
Imagine a world where everyone could read minds, no more secret. How thrilling would that be? But could society handle it? Think about relationships, every hidden crush, every petty thought. Exposed. Your partner's deepest secrets, an open book. Exciting or terrifying. In the office, every thought about your boss, your co-workers, no filter. Imagine the drama, promotions, criticisms. Everyone knows what you really think. Now take it global. Privacy, gone. Governments, neighbors, strangers, no one is safe from the chaos of pure unfiltered honesty. Could our brains even handle this? Constant noise from everyone's inner world, blurring reality and thoughts. Total overload. So next time you wish you could read minds, remember, some things are better left unsaid and unthought. Curious for more mind-bending ideas? Hit subscribe and dive into the world of wild possibilities with us. Stay tuned.
Imagine a world where everyone had a twin. 2 of you? Think of the possibilities. Family life would double in size and complexity. Sibling rivalry? Now it's twice as intense, with identical personalities competing. And jobs? It'd get tricky. Companies might prefer twins for their double efficiency. But the competition for jobs would skyrocket. Even relationships would change. Imagine your friends or even partners mixing you up with your twin. Identity crises? All too common. But there's a plus side. Twins would be like built-in teammates. Whether it's schoolwork or handling challenges, you'd always have a second you around. A twin for everyone could mean deeper bonds, but also more challenges. Would the world be better with 2 of you? It's not as simple as it sounds. For more mind-bending what-if scenarios, hit subscribe and dive into the wild possibilities with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine a world where everyone has superpowers. Flying, invisibility, sounds fun, right? But society would change fast. Forget regular traffic laws. Everyone zipping around with super speed, chaos. Governments would scramble to create new rules and cities would need extreme security measures. Personal privacy? Gone. With powers like mind reading and invisibility, secrets wouldn't last a second. Friendships, families, relationships, they'd get complicated fast. Imagine the trust issues. Couples questioning loyalty, friends reading minds without consent. Superpowers wouldn't just change what we can do, but how we treat each other. And safety? Hospitals would be packed. Powers like flying or super strength sound cool, but they come with major risks. Just imagine the accidents. So would a world with superpowers be amazing? Maybe if we learned to use them responsibly. Otherwise, we'd be in for a wild, messy ride. Curious for more wild what-if scenarios? Hit subscribe and explore the impossible with Video Geek Sparrrow. Imagine if no one ever needed sleep again. Think of all the extra time. But